And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
Welcome. This is where we talk about everything in the drone and promote the usage of drones. Welcome everyone to Wednesday night with those guys. And as you know, it is sponsored by those guys. What's going on, Lawrence? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just enjoying a little bit of nice October weather here in New York. Not too cold, not too hot. Very
Okay, well,
comfortable.
it was a little rainy this morning, but I want to ask everyone out there in the chat, if the weather was nice where you are, have you been able to get out and fly your drones today? Please let me know in the chat if you've been able to get out and fly your drones today.
And if you have or
Yes,
not,
please let us know. But anyway, Lawrence, what else is happening with you?
nothing, man. I'm waiting on some calls. Some calls for
Oh,
some projects we supposed to be working on. That's
yeah,
all. That's all I'm waiting on for some new stuff to start up. And now that winter's coming, those of you out there that are trying to make money commercially, this is the time of the year that when you can't fly,
it gets
it's time to
dry.
go indoors.
It gets dry. It gets dry. It gets dry.
When you go indoors, it depends on what you do. I don't,
It
I
depends
don't,
on where you're at, though.
true, I don't personally do weddings, but I'll stand there with a camera and act like I'm having fun for money.
Look at you. You know what you sound like?
What?
You sound you sound like a
Sound like a what?
ah, you know, whatever you do it whatever for money.
Yes, I am a drone prostitute. I will whore my drone out for money. You're right. Yes, I will. Legal money, of course. We were not
Wow.
carrying no drugs or weapons. It's got to be legal.
Wow.
Put that disclaimer out there.
Look
You
at it.
know,
We got a couple of people in the chat tonight, I see.
what's up
You know,
with you? What's going on with you?
no, I've been working on a few things, putting together some stuff. We happen to have um actually a couple of days off this week, but things is
Yeah.
on the
Shh,
same
don't say it too
schedule.
loud. Don't say it too loud. People be finding shit for me to do on my day off.
Well, I've already had my days off, so so like I said, it's time to work and get on with getting on and actually get on with this live stream, because there was a couple of things I wanted to mention, because the world's largest what do they call it, Lawrence? Geo spatial platform is
Yes,
happening, and it's going back to is returning to Frankfurt. The into Geo uh,
2025.
2025, right, is back in Frankfurt. So if you're in Europe or you plan to be there, you should try and check that one out.
If
If you are into mapping, or you do it for a living, or trying to break into the field, I mean, it might be something you might want to check out.
anything with photogrammetry related is going to be at this expo. Everything from
Oh yeah.
mosaic to freaking
Oh.
everything listed. The list that they have is quite detailed.
Mhm.
You could go on and on, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh yeah, that's extensive.
Going through the list, Ortel's going to be there. DJI gimbal, not DJI, DJI gimbal. I think they'll be introducing some handheld 3D lidar
Will
device.
they?
Yeah, I think drone deploy. Let's see.
Because I know
Um,
they have a.
Quantum systems. There are a lot of Wingtra. We know the company of Wingtra and what they do. They're talking
Uh-huh.
about their VTOLs for mapping and stuff like that. But it goes on. The list is quite extensive.
Yeah, because I know they have a new. thing with the gimbal for the trees for I think it was 400.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but hey, listen. What do I know? Also, what I wanted to mention, and it's going to be a very good meetup because it was a good one from what I understand from all of the videos and the talk. It was a good one last year. It's got to be a good one this year. So you guys check that one out. The Vegas drone meetup. That's one is November 7th through the 9th. You have to be there. And we're going to have the organizers of that meetup on with us a little bit later on. So you guys sit in the chat, stick around.
Okay. All right. All
Hey,
right.
no, stop ringing.
We're gonna do roll call real quick, or
Um,
no?
we got just one other thing I wanted to mention because there's been things I see floating around here with DJI drones on sale, discounted on all over for starting with the Neo on Amazon, I believe. The Neo and
Yeah.
all of these little parts from the Fly More combo with the RCN3 controller.
Yes. $159. Regularly $200 by itself. This is the drone by itself. If you want the other options, you'd have to click on the Fly More, which has two extra batteries. Then they have the Motion Fly with the stick and the goggles. So it does vary, but everything is supposed to be 20% off, which I think is very interesting. And then don't they have something else?
I believe that they did, but what was it? In basically the Neo has been basically the thing that's happening for Amazon Prime,
Right,
you know. But
right.
there's a
Well, you know,
whole load of other things from like was it the DJI? Was it the Mini 4K?
yes,
That's
yes,
also
yes.
that's also that one's also a drone that everyone talks about. That's always on. I
Well,
think
this
that's
is
a
what I'm saying. You know how some people always ask you, what drone should I get for the first
Amazon
drone?
thing.
This is it right here. What
Is
drone
it?
should you get for the first drone? Yes, this is it right here.
That's an
It's two
Amazon
hundred.
Prime drone.
It's regularly $300, I think. Yeah, it's regularly three hundred
Mhm.
dollars. It's $239, and it's always on sale. Holidays come in, it's on sale.
Okay.
Just food for thought. Stop screen share. Where are we going next with
Where
this?
are we going next? We're gonna do roll call, and then we're going to get into a few other things. So let me get my roll call set up, and let's see who we actually have hanging
Uh,
out in the chat
According
here
to
with
this, it
us.
says we have 16 watching, but if you deduct four from that, okay. All right. Quick shout out. You got your hand on the button? I got to hear that first one, and then I'll
No,
know.
I'll give you the blast after you
Okay.
give
Shout
shout
out
out.
to Rob, all the way over in Australia. Good morning, Rob and Sue, listening in Australia. How are you? Hope all is well. Shout out to you both.
Now the next one in between there.
Jim Droning Aerial Photography. Shout out to you, sir. Philip Koshat, The Shat Show. We appreciate you every time. Yeah, the controller would be about $200 by itself. Shout out to you. The Bronx representing Takeoff, Lift, and Land. Bronx, New York. Eldon, I hope all is well. We got a fly. That weather's changing, bro. Warren, Akarasho. How are you? Hope all is well. Did you walk your dog yet? Cool Cat. Shout out to you.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate every time you guys show up here. Jody, Drone Shots. How are you? I
Jody.
hope all is well. Flying Flynn Media, John, putting a lot of nice pictures out on the internet. FTFO, I'm sorry, I didn't say what's up to you, man. I didn't even see you in the chat there. I was actually paying attention. John Olson, representing Long Island, Strong Island. How are you? Hope all is well. And I believe that is it. I didn't see Steve's STM drones, but shout out to him as well. And that's it. Okay, so that's it for roll call. What's going on? All right.
Well, we actually have coming up, I guess. What we
Yeah.
have. What do we have next?
We have some guests coming up.
Yeah, we do. We do have some guests coming up. We have, like I said to you, there's a meetup going on in Las Vegas coming up in November. And we have the organizers of the meetup with us backstage. They're in the champagne room right now, entertaining themselves.
Okay. All right. All right.
There's live entertainment and all kind of stuff going on in there.
Really? And
Oh yeah,
where's
we
where
got
do
a
we
good
get the budget
champagne
for
room
live entertainment, bro?
from the place.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's what's up.
Down, we get it down at the office.
Oh, I hear you.
But yeah. So, like I said, we got Bob Dempsey and Tom, my good old friend Tom Down, coming to talk about the meetup. I don't know. I'm having the same issues that you were having last week with YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's gremlins. It's
So
always you're
I don't
clear.
know
You're
what
not.
it is.
Your voice is clear, as long as it doesn't
Oh yeah.
start
So
Max
I'm
Headroom.
gonna. So let's bring them in right now, Lawrence, so we
Yes,
can
yes,
introduce you
yes.
to the people.
Boy, oh boy, I look like an angry fuck in the off photo there. Come on, man.
Okay, thank you.
What happened, Tom?
I said I really look like an angry prick in that that pee off photo you have of me, Herman.
Was
I
that
mean,
photo taken before you left New York or after?
Nah,
that was the photo you sent me.
Hey, what's up,
Boy.
Bob? How are you? What's
It
up,
was
Tom?
good. It was good. And the photo you put of me, that's the best photo of me ever taken. Okay, that's it.
And I can vouch for that, by the way.
And you got your Those Guys shirt on. We appreciate that.
Hey,
Representing New York. Okay.
love it.
Thank
I
you.
love it. I come home from these meetups with
Mhm.
gifts galore, and you guys shoved this into my hand, and I I was thrilled. We did an interview, and you shoved this in my hand. That's the way meetups are, folks.
Yeah, sometimes you do more talking
Well,
than you do
well,
flying.
Oh,
That
that's
often
what
Oh
it's
yeah,
happens.
about.
absolutely. Yeah.
flying
So,
sometimes is a side biz there, for sure.
uh,
It's you
you
know
actually go to fly?
sometimes we didn't last year in Florida. We went to Florida last year, and
Hmm.
it was so windy. I mean, nothing I have could fly.
Right,
But
Right.
right. I think it's
very,
because it's an early spring meetup,
yeah,
and
Yeah, there's
that's
no telling really what the weather's going to be. Either it's going to be
yeah.
really
And
nice.
it's Florida.
yeah,
You never
That's
know what's
true
going to
too.
happen in Florida,
Right,
right?
right.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Always
That is very
unpredictable.
much true too.
Yeah,
One of those
But
late
it's a good
hurricanes
time
didn't
though.
get the memo. Yeah, no, they're always a good time, I mean, just getting people together. We see each other in the chat a lot, but going face to face with people, and then seeing people you never thought you'd meet.
yeah,
So,
Right, right, right.
that really makes a difference. It
really,
really is probably the best part of it is the socializing.
sure.
And then the thing is that for me, like you see all of the guys in the chat, it's like you'll see like names and names and names, but then you get to put that a face to that name,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
then it becomes
connect. Yeah,
a real connection.
yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? The family just grows as a result of it, right?
Hmm.
yeah.
True.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now,
that's true.
your meetup happens to fall at a time that's very difficult for me because
Football
I'm
season,
usually
baby.
just either ending the season, going into the playoffs, or in the playoffs at that time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
I
And
So,
mean,
so
I
right
what's
would,
this?
along with
I
them.
mean,
What's
I
this
would
season look
rather,
like?
I'd like to get down there, but I would rather be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no
true.
doubt,
Tom
no
was
doubt.
saying, "What's this season look like?" I can't say because I'm just a
Um,
cameraman. I'm an independent contractor, but
we
Terman's down on the field. He could answer that better than me.
Ah.
we're all right.
Uh-huh.
I just wouldn't take us on the road.
Well,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have don't you have a championship ring for every finger now, Herman?
Um, I have five, but I mean that's not every
Okay.
finger.
you
Well, it depends. Some of
still
us
have more
came
fingers
with two
left,
hands. Okay, you got a few
You
more.
got a handful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I
that's
never
great.
I never looked at it that way, but I mean,
Yep. Yep. So tonight's a difficult sport night here in Las Vegas.
hmm
The Aces are playing the third game of
Third
the
game.
7-game playoff
hmm
in the WNBA, and they're going in 2-0. They up 2-0 on the Phoenix Mercury, and tonight is the first Vegas Golden Knight home game, first game of the season. So
okay.
it's a difficult all night here in Las Vegas.
So you're gonna
Yeah,
be
and
up
I
all
and I
night
don't
tonight.
have to worry about watching the New York Mets in the playoff. That's pretty much a given there. So
Well,
uh,
this is true. This is
Well, the
very
Mets
true.
don't like playoff baseball.
Well, when the Mets figure out that you have to play an entire season of baseball, maybe we'll see another playoff game. But these half seasons really don't bode well in major leagues.
That's what it is. The half seasons,
The
the
half
They
seasons,
quarters.
usually,
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
usually
yeah,
you
tank
know.
right after the what's that, the All
Right,
Star break.
right after the All Star break. No, it's either we're lighting it on fire right after the All Star break, but trying to make up for a 40-game loss before that. It's like, the Mets can never be in control of their own destiny. But then again, I'm a New York sports fan, so I got to wait 40 years between the Rangers making the Stanley Cup. Okay, the Knicks. I can't say anything at this point. Okay, and so when it comes to New York sports. And then, my wife is a Yankees fan. Luckily, they pulled out a game yesterday, but the previous couple of games, they were kind of blown out, I would say. So, it's interesting. But, I've adopted my Las Vegas Golden Knights. I go
okay,
Good luck.
often to the Henderson Silver Knights, which is the American Hockey League, the farm team,
okay.
and uh, and
Now you
that's a
falling
nice
off just
arena.
to get a winner.
And we go up to the Vegas ballpark, the Las Vegas ballpark, to watch
yep.
the Las Vegas Aviators play, and
Uh,
that's a gorgeous park, and with Herman with a swimming pool in left field.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, they
Bikinis
got a
in the
swimming
left
pool.
you see
field.
what it you see
Bikinis.
what it you see
Yes.
what it's come to just to get a winning team, Lawrence.
You got to
Yeah,
move.
yeah,
You
man.
got to move, Herman.
Well,
Yeah, right.
we
Lawrence
had
knows
this.
that.
Farm
We have
teams always win.
Right. We had a sports drought in Las Vegas forever until
That's true.
about 10 years ago when they approved sports gambling everywhere else in the country. At one
Yeah,
point in time, we were the only place you could gamble on sports. And
I
then
remember.
no teams would come here, because it would
be
be too much,
verboten.
you
Yeah,
know. So when this gambling became legal everywhere on sports, all of a sudden, I would have bet you $1 million that our first professional sport was going to be hockey. I really, it was a shock of. I think everybody was shocked that our.
Because it's played on ice.
Yep, in
you
Vegas.
know, the thing is out here though. even with you don't have to have a winning team to have a full stadium out here, because not only do we have the locals who go to the games,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we got the tourists that come out here and want to see their home teams playing in Vegas too. So look at
Okay.
the former Oakland Athletics now playing in Sacramento. They'll be here in 2028 to an unbelievable uh, uh, stadium and the whole entertainment center around it. And right now, well, when they were in Oakland, they could hardly put 10,000 fans in the seats.
Okay.
In a 40,000 seat stadium. Out here, you're not going to be able to get tickets. It's going to be packed every night. So that's now the great thing about sports here is they're making the money hand over fist. I mean, we have the Raiders, and Herman, Raider football is has its ups, downs, and mostly in the gutter. But the Allegiant is always packed.
Uh-huh.
Okay, always packed
Okay.
out here. So you know what, Vegas is definitely a great place to visit. And as locals, we don't spend a lot of time, talking to the two New Yorkers here. How often are you in Times Square, right? So
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
kind of the
Yeah.
same deal with us
Here.
out
We
in
don't.
Vegas. Is we don't
You
do the
take
strip
it.
that much, right, Bob?
You almost take it for
Well,
granted.
I just take it as it's a train station.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The only reason we go to the strip
For
is to
food.
kidnap family and friends that are in town visiting.
I would
Okay.
Okay.
think one of the reasons is food because, from what I understand, there are a lot of great places to eat in Vegas, and the same thing applies to 42nd Street.
Um,
Well,
well,
but
there's
as
food
locals, we
everywhere.
can tell you this is a foodie city. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
Definitely.
best places to eat are not on the strip.
Not on the
Okay.
strip. They're
Because the big difference is, hey, when
Right.
you come to the strip, they're reaching as deep into your pocket as they can because they figure they're not going to see you for another 2 years.
Right. Well, see, that's the same thing here in New York. You go to Chinatown, you
Same
don't
thing.
eat at the Chinese joint with the jock hanging in the window. You go down an alleyway and make a left turn
You go
past
to
some laundromat or
Wohops.
something.
You got to go down the steps to Wohops. Okay, that's what you got
Yeah.
to do. Yeah, but you know what? But when people come out here and we get them off the strip,
Hmm.
that's when it really hits them what's out here. The beauty, which is nature, just the activities out here. I mean, it's off the hook. It really is.
How many
And
people have you
Bob,
met that didn't know New York City had so many beaches? New York,
yeah,
oh, a ton of people,
So
don't
yeah,
realize.
yeah.
Ton of people don't realize the amount of waterway in New York. Okay,
Well,
but then
it's,
again, people think New York City is
uh,
Manhattan and Manhattan only.
hmm
right.
Okay,
Well,
so they don't
Manhattan, they
understand.
say it. Don't they know that Manhattan is an island? That it's been called an island.
No, they
They would
have
have
no
to know.
idea, Herman.
They would
No,
have to know that there's water around it.
no.
You'd be surprised, Herman. You'd be
Well, let me
surprised.
ask you
Okay.
this.
Sure.
Tell us about this meetup.
Well,
That's what I want to know.
if I can start,
Uh,
I got nagged by Ray Kelly.
Ray
I've been at the South Florida one. This is I've been in last four in a row. I've been there, and that's where I met you both.
mhm.
yeah,
Kind of thing. And we've you know, and Ray Kelly just kept saying, you got to do it, you got to do it, and then Kelly Shores decided that he was doing spin up in the
Right, right,
fall in Austin, Texas, and he
right,
decided that he wasn't going to do that anymore. And that time of the year is one of the really rare, perfect times of the year to fly drones in some of the most scenic places on the planet, that are around us here in Las Vegas. I mean, the word Las Vegas means the meadows, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful place. Outside of the city. That definitely. I mean, of course there's the dam and lake, and I mean, it's a day drive to the Grand Canyon if you want to do that. But I mean, it's just a phenomenal place, and there are some off-road adventures here that are just not duplicatable anyplace else. So. It is, so it became, let's do it. And so last year we, stuck our nose out there and we had a huge success. And it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
And Greg
A
from
lot of work. A lot of work.
Okay.
Greg from Pilot Institute came to me afterwards and says, "We want to do more. We want to make this into a bigger event." And he agreed to do these classes at the meetup. So we have a whole day of classes from Pilot Institute and a local vendor here from the Caribbean. Where's Victory from?
No, Victory is from Nigeria,
Nigeria.
and Victory was a a grad student at UNLV, and
Okay.
him and an Air Force veteran, also a graduate student at UNLV, started a drone mapping company,
Hmm.
and they're called Aero AI, and we're good friends, and also he's part of our committee now,
Yep.
and he's giving a 2-part mapping course using gaming software that's free,
Okay.
so that anybody can turn around and learn how to map and generate their data points and all,
What
and
program is that?
to
Because
create
there are a
splats.
few of them out there. I've noticed a
Well,
lot
you
of
know what,
companies.
Lawrence, you'll have to take his course. I mean,
I think
it's
it would be
we
perfect.
gotta. Yeah, I think
You
it'd
know,
be
there
perfectly
was some
Is that a
suited.
great
paid
places.
Just
promotion?
think about how that will broaden your portfolio right
Well,
there.
see,
Okay,
this is what I'm already messing around with Gaussian splatting, and that has to do with
yep.
circular images
Well,
and
where you can
points.
actually use almost any drone to collect the data.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's what's really cool about it. So and Victory and Richard run a technical drone meetup every month that we attend up in the Arts District at Tech Center at Tech Alley, and that's where we talk about government impact, business opportunities,
Okay.
how to get people into the community. So that's one of the great things about it, is that we've grown our little family out here as well. And yes, we always want to blame Ray Kelly for this, because
Okay.
when I retired out here, he says, "Oh, you got to get together with Bob Dempsey. You guys got to start your drone meetup." And so yeah, we blame him for that. But you know
Okay.
what? One of the things that this meetup is pretty unique. Yes, and I'll get it out of the way right now. We charge $49.95 for the meetup, but what
Okay.
we include with that $49.95 is you get a T-shirt, you get a hat, you get a bag, you get food truck tickets, you get a full breakfast ticket, you
Hmm.
get a happy hour ticket. The
Mm.
workshops,
Whoa,
by
whoa,
the
whoa,
way,
whoa,
from
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Pilot.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
See,
A
Oh,
happy
I said
hour.
food trucks. Oh, happy hour. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we
Where?
so
Yeah.
here. Let me lay
Barbecue
out.
and
Let me lay out
Mr.
the
Taco.
weekend.
Yes.
So Friday during the day, okay, that'll be on the 7th,
Hmm.
is when we have the workshops. We work very closely. One of our sponsors is the city of Henderson, Nevada, well, second largest city in Nevada, and it's where I live. Okay,
Uh-huh.
we're like a southern suburb of Las Vegas, and they're one of our sponsors. They've been fantastic. So
Uh-huh.
we have workshops in one of their recreational centers,
Uh-huh.
where Pilot Institute and Aero AI are giving these workshops. One unique thing is the workshops that Pilot Institute is giving are $25 per workshop, but Pilot
nice.
Institute is giving that back to you as a $25 credit to any of their online courses as well. So it's
Okay.
kind of a
Okay.
freebie.
Okay.
Okay. So we have those workshops. And then later on that day, beginning at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, begins our happy hour, our social
Okay.
event at the Parkway Tavern in the
Okay.
district, a beautiful area where we take over the whole place and we have a great happy hour with first drinks on us and the bar foods on us. And we get together and socialize. You know, that's a great part of all of these meetups is
Okay.
that social event. Now on Saturday, we're back at Parkway Tavern where we take over the whole joint for breakfast. And there's a
Nice.
full breakfast menu, and that's on us. That's as part of the event. And at that breakfast, we also have a panel discussion. So we have people like Billy Kyle and Vic Moss, and we have Desi from Droning with Women involved this year. We have so many great people that are really influences in the industry that we get together when we talk things out. Any questions people have, any topics they want to address. We do some giveaways that morning,
Hmm.
and
Right.
then we all get back together at Cornerstone Park in Henderson, which is an unbelievable venue. We got a farmers market there this year. We got a lot of great stuff going on, and that's where we give away some of the bigger prizes at that event, and we have that all afternoon. So that's a really good time. Then on Sunday, now we don't do anything Saturday night because we gave you all an excuse to come to Vegas, right?
Right.
So you know what? Saturday night's on you. Go enjoy Vegas.
Okay.
Go see,
Okay.
whether it's seeing a show or going to a sporting event or adding to our economy by visiting a casino. That's that's on you guys. And then on Sunday we have a whole adventure book that's set up with various places to go fly. And in this book we have a description of the location. We talk about the airspace, any important information. We tell you where there are comfort stations. We tell you where you can go grab a bite to eat.
Okay.
But on Sunday this year, we have a special bucket list event also, which is a
Okay.
separate paid for event with Drone Envisions, another one of our sponsors. Drone Envisions runs these unbelievable off road excursions,
Hmm.
but they couple it with drones. Okay. So
Ah.
I'm part of
Okay.
that little
Nice.
drone excursion group. Bob, we took out now Bob and Audrey have been in the valley for almost 50 years. And
Yeah.
we took Bob and Audrey out on one of our excursions. And Bob, right? It was the first time you ever even knew this place
See,
existed that we took you
I
to.
hadn't seen this spot at all. I totally haven't seen this. I mean, I've seen areas like what we're looking at here, but some of these areas, just I have never even heard the name of them. It's
Pretty amazing spots. And you know what? The great thing is being able to fly drones and track ourselves as we're venturing around,
Right.
and then seeing
not
things
a normal
like
flight.
then seeing things like petroglyphs that were carved into the rock thousands of years ago.
Okay.
Just stunning. And then we have a beautiful lunch on a plateau overlooking the scenery that you can see for 20 to 30 miles. It is really amazing. So a very good
scenic,
time. And it's you really need to go out with people that know what they're doing. It's very important. I mean, you need
The credentials
not
here
just a
are
high
incredible.
not just a high clearance vehicle, but you need the skills that are possessed by this group to take those in places you wouldn't expect you'd be able to get to.
Okay.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
So
Yeah.
that's like a bucket bucket list item right there that we're
Okay.
offering this time around. You know?
And that's all included in the what is
Not the drone envisions. The drone
Okay.
envisions would be an add-on.
That's a separate
Okay.
thing, but
And of course we
But everything else was
probably
included for the.
yeah,
yeah
everything else is
yeah
all
it's all
included.
included under that price, right?
Yeah.
I'm
You
good.
know, so it's a full weekend of events, and then we have a bunch of people who wind up staying another day or two, and of course Bob and I are very good hosts. We wind up, going out on that Monday or Tuesday and
Mhm.
taking people out to other places they might not have
There's
seen.
multiple places. I'm sure some of you who watch a lot of YouTube FPV stuff. I mean, you've seen Lake Dolores, which is a 2-hour run here that I got to do with Tom. What was that? A year ago or a year and a half ago or
Yeah, a
something?
year and a half ago. It's an
Okay.
abandoned
With
water park in the middle of the Mojave Desert.
yeah, abandoned water
Why they
park.
put it there?
Huh?
Well, at that point, they figured people driving to Vegas would want to make a stop at the halfway point
Right.
and
Okay.
enjoy a water park. And it was quite successful
Interesting.
for about 25 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And unfortunately, cars got faster and the speed limit got higher.
90s.
They took the carburetors out of the cars and put fuel injection.
Uh-huh.
You got it. You got it. But you know what's really cool is the fact that flying FPV in an empty lazy river is
That's
just
filled
off
with
the hook.
graffiti. It's
Yeah,
covered
graffiti down the sidewalls and
Okay.
zooming through that, and
Because
completely.
I've been to a water park before to fly,
Yeah.
but at that time I don't think Lawrence was flying FPV
Yeah.
That's a very
You know-
strong possibility.
when we were.
Well, the
Oh,
other
that's
thing-
right. We weren't. I wasn't. We weren't. We were both flying Phantoms back
yeah,
then.
Phantom
Remember?
at the time.
The water park.
well,
Long Island.
That was
Wow.
flying FPV out here takes on a whole new meaning, especially when you're cliff surfing. Okay, in the
yeah.
mountains out here, it's
Oh, yeah.
off the hook. What people don't realize is the state of Nevada is the most mountainous state in the lower 48. Okay, in fact,
Yes.
no more than a 35-minute drive from
Mhm.
my house is Mount Charleston. Mount Charleston is 11,988 feet tall.
Yeah.
So
that makes for some real long distance.
well, when you turn around, and it could be in the summertime here, it could be 106 degrees on the strip, and you jump in the car and drive up to Mount Charleston. Once you get about 8,000 feet above sea level,
Yeah.
it's about 70 degrees, 74 degrees.
And you can
Okay.
keep going, and
We have all of it here.
there's
as far as
snow up
climate
there
goes.
until June, sometimes July. There's snow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, last year, the last weekend of snowing up in Low Canyon was the first week in June.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll probably get some snow this Thursday or Friday up there because we have a storm coming in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll get snow up there. And what my New York friends will appreciate this. I don't own a snow shovel or a snow blower anymore. Okay. And what Roz and I will do is 1 or 2 days in the winter, we'll drive up to Mount Charleston, touch the snow, and then drive back to Vegas where it's probably 70 degrees. Okay. So
Sounds like a plan.
that's the extent of my winter wonderland. Yes, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
Tom, Bob, I really appreciate you guys coming in and talking to us about the meetup.
Good.
I
Thanks for
got-
having us. This is
I have
really a
got
pleasure.
to make it out there to one of them.
You know,
I mean,
Well,
I got to figure out how to
Lawrence
squeeze
Herman-
in and squeeze out.
If you guys come out here, man, the fried pickles are on me. Okay.
No problem.
You know, that would be well worth it in itself.
Yeah.
Definitely, bro.
It was the first
You
time,
got
Bob. It
Philly-
was the first
That
time.
was the first time I tried that.
First time the
competitive.
boys had tried fried pickles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Is
it
when we were
actually
up
was.
in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
It was actually my first time, and I must say I had to keep one hand under the tables to keep from grabbing them up on the fork, because I was like, fried pickles. You know what? Let's go there, and we went there, and I loved it.
And we went there, right? We had a good
Yes,
time,
yes,
man. We
They
had
yes.
a
were
good
good.
time. Yeah.
I gotta admit, they were pretty good.
I had
Yeah.
no clue
Yeah.
whatsoever. If you had said fried pickle to me before we went into that joint, I probably would have made a face at you. But now I
Fried
welcome them
pickles
with
and
open arms.
ranch dressing. You can't go
Yes,
wrong, man.
yes,
I'll tell you,
yes,
you can't
yes.
go wrong.
Now
Yeah.
I'm going to be going in a restaurant. Do you guys have fried pickles? I doubt you could
Ask
find a
enough,
place
they'll have
down
to
here,
bring them
but
in.
there's probably someone down here that knows
Someone
about
has
fried
them.
pickles.
Someone
Somebody's
probably has.
got to have them out there, man.
Yeah.
Somebody. It's we have them now with a fast food joint by us, and they're
Mhm.
off the hook at this called Slim Chicken. Slim
Okay.
Chicken has fried pickles on their menu, and we always get that as an appetizer. So
Okay,
yeah, definitely. So guys, we appreciate you having us
Thank
on.
you.
Thank you
no
both.
Thank you.
worries.
Well, you know what? When we get closer to the meetup date, we want to have you back on to, you
You
know,
got it, man.
Yes, yes,
You
Anytime.
yes.
got it.
Anytime
you
you
know,
want.
Yeah, we'd love to come on afterwards to give you a recap and tell you how it went, and
no
maybe show
problem.
you
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
some
of the good
video
time we had.
that
Yeah,
would be great too.
that would
Okay.
yeah,
definitely be a thing. We
yeah.
could do
We'll do
probably
both.
do a stream around that.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
All
Appreciate you
right.
both. Okay.
Thank you both for
Oh,
coming on, man. We appreciate
Thank
you
you, Bob.
guys.
Thank you, Tom.
Good deal.
thanks, guys.
See you later. Thank you, guys.
All right, all right. Where are we
That
on
has
time
got to
here?
be a great meetup
I
because
know. My problem is
Vegas
is
is
that we're
Vegas,
working.
period. Vegas, I'm gonna
We're
figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out one day when he's there. I'm gonna be more in tune to when that, because they put the schedule out too late.
never had fried ice cream. I've heard that fried ice cream.
I'm kind of
Is-
good on that.
I've never had fried ice cream. I've just experienced fried pickles at the northeast drone meetup, and
Fried
that was.
pickles.
But I think I may be on to something down here in New York. I have to do some
What,
more
fried pickles?
research. All I did was type in fried pickles near me, and some restaurants came up.
See, you got it. Fried
Hmm.
pickles. But you know what, Lawrence? What I
Yes.
wanted to touch on real quick was something we talked about last week. And I don't want to rehash old business, but as you know, that whole court case and everything like that, the bad news on that, and the whole court case, you know, came within, like, was that 1 year after DJI filed that, lawsuit. But as you know, the courts did not come in their favor, in spite of the fact that many of the claims that were made by the U.S. government and
Yeah.
the Department of Defense, the judge did not accept. Even
Right.
though what I find was kind of strange was that I didn't really see, after checking this all out, I really didn't see the need for this whole you know, the whole thing, the need of a judge to even to make a decision on this. I just, I mean, I think it was just a formality, because, but the simple fact is that when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, right?
Hmm.
And what was it? The decision to make them, to keep them as a with the title as a Chinese military company. Um, the decision that came from District Judge Freeman. He ruled that under the section, what was, I told you this earlier, 1260H, that it gives the Department of Defense the authorization to decide what qualifies as a military company.
Right.
So if they're ones that's making that decision, then what's the need for the whole trial? If because the whole thing was that, like, when we mentioned it last week, was just so broad based, and the
It was
fact that
just
they
the
were
court
just
to say we did it. We did it
right, it
legally,
was a
or
formality,
yeah,
and
it
that
was
was
a
what makes
formality,
it,
right?
and that's what makes it so bad, because DJI has put out their statement, and we showed you their statement from last week,
Hmm.
part of their statement from last week. But I just think that it's ugly. It got ugly. It got real bad and real fast at one time. But I think that I don't know how much if you're gonna see anything else from DJI per se, but I really believe, and we spoke about this last week, that you'll see more of the licensing companies and come popping up, these different companies that pop up with as different names as DJI products, and you'll probably start seeing them in enterprise drones until maybe you'll see the enterprise level drones at some of these companies, but until then, you'll probably see you know like the smaller drones at first, like we have seen now, and we've even seen air series, right? Because they had what was the Spectre, right, and the Spectre Air and the Mini,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So you'll start seeing stuff like that, more of that, like the Sky Rover.
Hmm.
Um, I just think that
Which is a good
when
price.
when do they go after them? You know what I mean?
True. True. Very, very true. It'll be a matter of who wants to pay the taxes first.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know,
what
but
it'll come down. If you want to pay to sell your products here in the United States, you can do that, but you're
yeah,
going to pay through the nose for it. And
I'm
then
just
it
saying
comes
to
out
you,
that we are the ones who pay through the nose for
when
it.
you say they are going to
How
pay for
bad do we Americans want
I don't,
DJI
I don't
drones?
understand what you mean. These countries never pay through the nose for anything.
Right, but I'm just making an example. What it comes down to is how much will Americans want? Like Explicit
Mhm.
says he can't wait for the Avata 3. Well,
Mhm.
I'm sure you'll be able to get the Avata 3 here in the United
Maybe,
States. The
maybe,
Inspire 4.
maybe
Well, yeah, yeah, after they just passed their
not
legislation.
directly. I mean,
We
you know,
won't know until, yeah, the Chinese military company designation is severe. It
yeah, it
is
is
severe,
severe. That
but think
means that
about
you won't
this.
see anything new.
But think about this. It wasn't just DJI. We do it in our equipment. Other countries do it in their equipment. They will go after them when Skydio tells Elise Stefanik to go get them. Washington, D.C. has the politicians' money can buy. This is true. And then you
True.
have,
I just say that as far as this is concerned,
yeah,
um, what else can you do? There's nothing you can do about it until
but they
you know.
are allowing these drones, the Mini 5s, the Mavic 4s, they're
No,
allowing them into the
because they
country.
already had their FCC licensing.
True. That's
You're
true. That's
not going
true.
to see
We
any
will know
new
at the end
FCC
of this year.
licensing.
At the end of this year, when everything is done and said and been written
Lawrence,
down into book, then we will know
Lawrence,
what's what.
unless some other thing is worked out,
Hmm.
no Chinese military company is getting an FCC license.
Yeah.
Not getting an
Yeah.
FCC
So
license.
we shall see. I mean,
So
only one
I
who
mean,
knows are the
they're
guys
letting
who's
they're
written all this
letting
stuff
the
up.
they're letting the other companies that have licensing deals with DJI get them. So we'll see if those start to grow. If
And then
even
they
like
start going after those companies eventually too.
true, because and I've always told you what my theory was about that.
Hmm.
It wasn't so much about what they were worried about, but it's so much about more so about the capability and the fact that guys are always in the sky.
Louisiana Hellcam, the CVP issue may nullify all of that. I don't know. I hope. Hey, Ronnie, listen. Right now,
Sure.
right now, think of DJI as being gone. Get what you can get now, because at the end of this year, there are
Yeah.
no more FCC licenses
Well,
for,
unless something happens,
and
a
right,
miracle.
unless something. dramatic happens, DJI pays those taxes they're supposed to be paying.
Unless there's a miracle. No, I don't know about that. Unless
Yeah,
there's
I
some
know.
miracle.
I'm being funny by saying that. I know.
Unless there's some miracle or some kind of then because there's a lot of business industry money that's tied up in this.
The only
That
thing that would stop that, honestly, Herman, would be if
uh,
DJI said, "I want to open a plant up here in the United States." It would go fucking crazy.
um
Yeah.
would that end it really? Because
Um. It might because then we know at least the drones here being made here are under scrutiny, and who the hell knows, I don't know, I'm just
so
rambling on.
all I'm saying to you is this, for those of you who cry for this to happen, all you're crying for is, but to be honest with you, is to pay more for a DJI drone.
That's what's going to happen. We know this
Because
already.
once you make them here, you understand what I'm saying to you?
Hmm.
You're gonna charge more money for them. You're gonna charge more money than we were paying for them regardless.
We shall see. We shall see. We shall see.
Not
It's going
unless
to
you
be
put,
interesting.
where you gonna put the factory in Mississippi?
Yeah, right. That's true. Where would the factory go, and what states would be battling for that factory? Because that's what it would come down to. The states
Well,
would be battling
well,
where's that factory going to go?
you remember the old thing with what was Pete Puma and
Hmm.
the and the coffee and the lumps of sugar.
Yeah.
Well, you can't fool Wisconsin with that one again.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Oh no, nah. We got a building over here going to pot.
Y'all told us to look up and pissed on our leg. Told us it was raining. We're good.
You
We're
told
good.
us what 8 years
And those
ago
of you
we was
don't
getting
know
this factory.
where Herman's talking about.
The
It, it,
Foxconn con job.
yep.
They're gonna build a factory. Yeah, you built one. Nothing's been made in there yet.
It'll build flat screen televisions, computers, everything. It sounds like a Crazy Eddie commercial. And just
Hmm.
like Crazy Eddie, it went under.
Well, you know what I wanted to, because we actually missed a sponsor, Lawrence. So what I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
do is get
yeah.
into the
Do a double.
sponsor. What happened?
Do a double.
No, I'm going to get
Okay.
into the sponsor, right? Then we're going to, I don't know, maybe we'll go to
We got a
FPV.
little bit of time before FPV Corner.
Okay, so here's what we do. We'll go to the sponsor and we'll come right back.
For a live stream that talks about everything in the drone world. Tune in every Wednesday night to Wednesday Night with those guys.
Nice guy, you know what I mean? But you know what? Before we get into FPV Corner, right? What I wanted to
You
mention.
played the sponsor? I didn't
Yeah,
hear it. I didn't see it.
yeah,
Okay.
there's something wrong with your TV.
I don't know, bro.
You didn't see it?
No.
I
I
played it.
don't dare refresh YouTube. It's still showing Tom and Bob on the screen.
Is it? Not on my
Yeah.
TV. Why, you want me to show it again?
No, no, no. Go ahead. If they saw it, that's all that matters.
Did they?
Did you guys just see the sponsor put
Yeah,
up?
we didn't.
We have
I
an
told you the whole
evangelistic
thing is
podcast.
acting funny today.
Okay.
Really? Did they?
No
They
one's
should.
answered yet.
Okay. Anyhow, like I was saying, what I wanted to mention to you that I wanted to talk to you about was because the Mini 5 Pro seems
Hmm.
to be the talk of the town right now. And a couple of the features just keep popping out. And I told you when it was released, I went through different features with you to tell
Yeah.
you why this is a drone you should buy. So we'll
Yeah.
so as they mention, I'll just highlight them as they mention them. So what I wanted to talk about today was the battery and the Lidar sensor. And
Hmm.
the thing is, This new battery for this Mini 5 Pro. I'm talking about, what are we talking about here, Lawrence? It's about 52 minutes with a single battery. Is that are they out of their mind?
Yeah, they're
What is
gonna
this
get as
thing?
close to an hour as
What do
possible.
you do? You fall asleep with this thing up in the sky?
Listen, birds will get tired looking at it. You know,
No, seriously, that's a lot of time up there.
that's a hell of a lot of time to do a hyperlapse too, bro.
What? Could you imagine?
Yeah, that would be a hell of a hyperlapse if you got the right location and it's
Hmm.
far enough.
Hmm.
You could probably do the hyperlapse backwards and forwards without editing it and reversing it.
Hmm. Oh, shoot.
That's interesting. That's interesting. But what else with this? What's going on with the lidar of this thing?
Well, Lidar, right? I mean, everybody was going crazy and was all excited about Lidar, right? And that, I think that was because they had found that Lidar was found in a lot of, see that, and that's just, and this is why I just think that American drones can be developed, because Lidar is something that American companies do well. But
Hmm.
lidar, when we talk about lidar, and we've seen lidar in the past, and you know how lidar works. I know how lidar works, but we've
Right.
seen it on a larger scale and with larger drones, and even with much smaller drones when doing stuff when they did the thing in Chernobyl, and it's used on, like, what is that? The Helios.
Yep.
For going into little tight crevices and corners. So we know how LiDAR works, right? So we know that it emits these pulses of infrared laser light.
Hmm.
It bounces off of objects around it, or the where it's going, or it's
Right.
around
And
it,
back to the
and it
sensor.
measures the time that it takes to come back based upon the speed in which the drone is traveling.
Hmm.
So that is how actually lidar actually works. So to get into it deeper would be will confuse everyone and to confuse myself probably, but no, seriously, um no, that is actually the basics of how lidar actually works, and I think it made it a little bit more simplified with the DJI drones. But I mean, I'm quite sure it can be used in a lower light situation. We've seen it in almost lidar used in almost absolute no light, you know,
True.
in
True.
caves
And
and stuff like that.
this is the
But I don't think
advantage
that this is what
of
you're getting with
lidar
the GI drone.
over what it's the advantage of lidar has an advantage over sensors with cameras. Sensors with cameras have a problem detecting glass and certain things, wires, where LiDAR can detect something
Mhm.
down to a centimeter.
You know what? And that's always a give and take, because the Phantom 4 Pro flew towards a glass building,
Right.
right? Realized that it was in front of it, right? It went up to 400 feet and realized the building was still in front of it.
But you know why?
Continued
Because
to
think
go up
about it. You think about it. Your Phantom
to it,
4
cleared the building, and
had
then came
infrared.
back to the home point.
Your Phantom 4 had infrared, which is a type of light, right?
So that drone, was way before its time. If that came out
Yes,
with something
yes,
like
yes.
that
It
today,
definitely was.
what would they pay for something like that? Because even those sensors that are on it now would be improved.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Could you imagine a Phantom 4 Pro if it had the sensors of a bird today? Forget
Forget
it.
about it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a minute away from FPV Corner. We 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 apologize for not coming on last week, but a few things got screwed up between FPV pilot that was supposed
Did
to
it?
come on, so it was like a last minute thing. But yeah, distance and ranging as part of lidar is best
Hmm.
because of dark. I didn't see the chat there.
Oh
But
yeah.
let's get started with
Well,
um,
Lawrence, so who do we have in FPV corner tonight with us?
we have Corkscrew FPV, a
And
gentleman that I
he'll
met
be,
at a Facebook group. We're gonna
and,
bring him in real quick.
well,
Um,
he'll be making his way to the stage in a few minutes. come hang out with us, and let's bring them in. Hey, Lars.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey guys.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good. We appreciate you coming on FPV Corner. One of the
Yeah, man.
problems we have is at this time, people are usually on their way home from work or still at work when we do this live stream. So thanks for coming on. We appreciate you. Those of you who don't know, this is Corkscrew FPV. I put out a blast on Facebook. If anyone wants to come on FPV Corner, hit me up, and he hit me up.
Okay.
And I'm glad to have you come on, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm a New Jersey guy, right? So
Okay.
on the East Coast. We hit a lot of bandos up in your area. We've been to Pilgrims a bunch of times, the Asylum. We go up to Connecticut and hit some stuff up there. But we got a crew down here, and we kind of travel the tri-state and try to create carnage as we can.
Well, that's what's up, man. We appreciate it. This segment here has a lot to do with. I mean, I can't promise you 100 plus new people subscription, but I will post your
All
YouTube
good.
channel and your Instagram into the chat.
All good.
Um,
Appreciate
It's
it.
also in the description.
So now, real quick, what protocol do you fly?
I
And
do
why?
Express LRS. So
Okay.
when I started originally, so quick background: 15 years ago, I used to fly RC planes and loved them. Still have they're all gas powered, like 5-foot wingspans, the big things.
Okay.
And then that kind of faded out, and then right around COVID, when kind of everyone, it seems that a lot of people I talk to seems that was like the catalyst. I started flying and met some folks, and I'm like, this is exhilarating. This is like the coolest thing ever. I originally flew S bus, right? I bought a DJI, like a bind and fly with a
Okay.
the Cadix Vista stuff.
Yeah.
One of the guys that I fly with made a very compelling argument to separate your control link from your video, right? So if you lose one, you don't lose the other, type of thing.
Right.
Been flying Express LRS now for 2.5, 3 years, and never looking back. It's pretty phenomenal, right?
I'm with you on that. I came from what was I using before Express LRS? Damn, it's been a minute. Crossfire.
Crossfire.
I didn't use the 900 megahertz. I used the other one, the other freak bandwidth that they had, and I had a few issues. And I come to find out that Crossfire doesn't do well cruising above the water at about 5 to 6 feet, and for no reason whatsoever, your video or something will go out with cross. I don't know what the hell it is, but I've had a few incidents.
Yeah.
And
Well, what's kind of cool though, if you think about it, like when you configure Express LRS, so I fly KISS Ultra. That's
okay.
Close flight controllers. But when you configure it, you can, even in Betaflight, you configure it as Crossfire. Like your Express LRS, you're saying it's a Crossfire protocol is what it's
Right.
It's using. But in my opinion, where we are with Express LRS today is leaps and bounds over what some of the other technology is. And now with the stuff that's going on with the trademarks, I'm just hoping that all this stuff shakes out.
Well, see, I was going to ask you about that because that board, you guys aren't familiar with the KISS flight controllers and equipment. That is high end. KISS is high end in comparison to what's out there. And what do you think is going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years in the world of FPV? Now that the United States, now that the United States government has dedicated money, or they claim they will be giving money to homegrown FPV companies here in the States.
Yeah. And to be fair, so I've been flying KISS for a while, a couple years, and I've always had the KISS Ultra flight controller with a BL Heli, BL Hell 32 ESC.
Okay.
And that died, right? When BL Heli died.
Yeah, when
Um,
they just fell off the
yeah.
earth.
So I moved over to Voltara, which was like, similar to KISS. It's a closed source,
Right.
with Voltara. So everything I'm running that complete stack. And for me, it was perfect because I didn't have to worry about the BL LE32, mumbo jumbo, trying to move to AM32, or if I was going to, go to Blue Jay or some other type of firmware on my ESC. But then Ultra, they opened it up for Betaflight pass through. So you can, if you're
Okay.
running Tara ESC, you can run a Betaflight flight controller, which is fantastic. And
That's great.
it is fantastic.
That's been one of my causes of not going full KISS.
Yeah, and listen, and the fact that if you have a lot invested in Betaflight flight controllers, but
Mm-hmm.
now we have an ESC problem, right? You can't get BL Heli 32. You can
Right.
run BL Heli S. You can get Blue Jay. You can do AM 32. The idea of migrating an ESC from BL Heli or to AM 32 and reflashing it with bootloaders and all this good stuff,
Mm-hmm.
where it's not for the faint of heart. So the fact that you can go get a
Yeah,
Voltara,
you have to be a rocket scientist.
you gotta, yeah, it's I'm an engineer by trade, so like I like tinkering, but I don't even want to do that. Right?
See, Herman's an electrician.
Oh, there
Herman
you go.
Phantom Flight 101's an electrician.
There you go.
With local Union 3 here in New York.
Yeah, I'm a computer
So,
nerd, so I get you.
yes.
But I didn't want to be bothered with that. And to be honest with you, now the Betaflight pass through makes it's another avenue for Betaflight pilots to run with the Voltara ESC, which is a
I
beast.
personally have to do more research, and I'm just finding out about Betaflight entering the world of
Yeah,
KISS or
yeah,
crossing over, as
crossing
it
over,
should,
right? Yeah,
because that's basically what it is. This is
hmm
maybe the evolution of Betaflight,
yeah.
which everyone needed.
And to
Um,
answer your question, I think that in lies, we were at a crossroads for a while, right? People could not
yeah.
upgrade their ESCs. There was nothing else out there. We couldn't figure out what's happening. Rotor Riot now they have their Brave hardware, which is produced in the United States, their
Uh-huh.
ESC flight controller. So that's another option that people have. Um,
Yes.
but I'm hoping that this stuff becomes available because for the longest time it's slim pickings, right? Trying to
In the
find.
chat, the Takeoff Lift and Land in the Bronx says we appreciate your contributions to our drone and FPV community. We salute you,
Oh,
because it's good to hear Beta Flight sucks. No going back for me, Jim's Droning. Jim's Droning has been truly converted by DJI, unfortunately. He will not. He would rather kiss a muddy pig than go back to Beta Flight. That's how
yeah,
he
I'm
feels about it.
all seven of my quads. So I have I'm a quad mule guy. So I fly quad mule. I have five of the 5-inch siren frames and two of the
Okay.
3.5-inch frames, all running KISS and Voltara, complete stacks.
Okay.
The only thing that I have beta flight, I'm really starting to get into whoops, and I'm flying a Meteor 75. I love it. It's super fun. But that's running beta flight, and I do have a Pavo 20 that I
I
like
have a
cruising.
25. Yeah, the Pavo series
Super
is
fun.
great.
Super fun.
The
Yeah.
Pavo series is real fun. I actually
Great.
have, wait a minute, a 25 and the little tiny one, that barely holds the VTX.
Oh, the Pavo Pico.
Yes, I have the
Yeah,
Pavo Pico and the 25. But
I
the
had one.
video I wanted to show real quick, because you guys fly bandos and you do a little more freestyle and stuff like that. The one I was going to show is more fun at the bando, because I was going through your stuff and I was like, you know what? We may have a copyright infringement thing here. So so if you want to talk over this video.
Yeah, most of the stuff I do, I have a code or something in the thing with the.
Oh, okay. So you're copyright. You're good then.
Yeah, I should be, but
Okay. Okay.
listen.
I have the volume down low just in case, but I wanted to show one of your videos to
No, I
go
appreciate it.
through.
Was that the one for the asylum?
This is one says November fun at the Bando 2024.
Oh, there you go. So I got the name Corkscrew because I make wine, so that's the wine barrels and everything. That's
Okay. I thought this was interesting how you start out a freestyle.
yeah, I like the perch.
It's how you start out with the backflip off of
Do a
it.
backflip over the perch. So there's a buddy of mine that I fly with all the time that we always tend to find ourselves crashing in midair. We don't know why. We just
And the odds of that are so high. So the odds of it happening is so low.
well, I agree with you, and here's what I was figuring out. I think that folks are always drawn to the same flight line, right? Everyone, you have the same ideas of where you want to fly, what you want to do, what tricks you want to try, and then we always seem to crash into ourselves. But this is a great band, though, that is no longer accessible anymore, unfortunately.
It looks almost like a school or something along that line.
It was a data center for like a co-location for servers and things like that.
Okay.
But any event, I just like to get out there and fly. In fact, one of my buddies is actually here now. We're actually fixing all these drones. We're getting ready to head up to Rampage. Here's the last pack. We're going to Rampage, leaving next Wednesday. And we will be there for the week doing all kinds of bandit stuff down in South Carolina.
Okay. All right. See, my thing with bandos has been getting to the drone, the walk of shame.
Yeah.
And I'm a cruiser. I barely do a corkscrew or anything like that. I'm more into cruising because I started flying FPV along the beach. But see, this place is big enough for me to cruise and still make it look cool. Let's see, there's your boy right there.
Yeah.
So you guys fly a lot together, and like you said, that may have a lot to do with why you actually crash into each other. It's not so much the same line, but people tend to fly with the people who fly similar to them.
Exactly right.
Any sense.
Exactly right.
If that makes any kind of sense, like the guy that I used to fly with along the beach, he's a cruiser too. In fact, he got me into cruising because every time he took off, I'm like, "Where the hell are you?" He's like, "Oh, about a quarter mile down the beach."
I got to give you props, dude. There's no my heart starts to pound when I'm flying over water.
Really?
Listen. I mean, I have no just cruising, whatever. But I have this thing in the back of my head. I just can't go straight. I need to be like doing flippy flops or something, right? So, as I'm cruising and I'm trying to do whatever, I don't know. I have a mental block. I can fly across water, but cruising, long distances over water and doing some, tricks or
It's
something.
the best, man. First, you start out a couple of blocks, like 1 or 2 blocks, and then you turn around and come back. And that's how I developed my confidence in crossfire at first, because I came from analog. Crossfire was still analog, but I wanted to transition into digital. And before Crossfire, I was using whatever the hell was out then. And Crossfire built my confidence, but ELRS makes you feel like Superman, going behind buildings. And if your video's good, you got a good video antenna, you can go practically anywhere you want in FPV.
Yeah, and we've definitely, like you said, if you're going to some bandos and you have giant concrete walls and steel and all kinds of other, obstacles in front of you between you and your drone, it's to have that level of confidence is huge, right? Like even when I used to fly, I still do, but camera drones, you got to trust the technology, right?
I say that all the time.
100%.
I say it all the time. And
you trust the technology and you fly, you're a better pilot.
Well, you want to know what? I tell people the exact same thing. I say, you trust the technology when you get in your car to take you from point A to point B.
That's true.
Does your car break down or something? Yes, it does if you don't take care of it. Do you hit a pothole or bust a tire? It can happen. You
Yeah.
have to trust the technology. You don't think of what it takes for your car to go from point A to point B with
Yeah.
other people driving also,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm trying to keep up with the chat too. With Jim's droning says fail safe over water, game over. Yes, it is. Fun
Yeah.
per volt FPV says
So,
analog. The
real
analog people's what's that?
So just brandy new, like, if you do fly KISS, I know there's some probably people out there that do. So they now have a hover built into KISS where if you do fail safe, you can configure it
You can
to hover.
configure it to like horizon mode.
Yeah, and,
To
and it'll
level off.
it'll hover, and you don't even need you don't need a GPS to do it, right?
Really?
So yeah,
Really?
barometer is all it
That's
needs.
so.
So
So now that's always been my problem with trying to learn a new trick, and of course you do a split S. You go up, you come over, and you're supposed to see the ground before you complete your flip.
right,
And a couple of times I veer off to the left or veer off to the right, so it's not a perfectly straight corkscrew. So if I
yeah.
were to screw up and hit a switch, it would level off in the middle of that. You're saying?
Correct, but this doesn't even need to hit a switch. Like this is if you fail
Oh,
safe,
really?
right? Yes, and it's built into the new. I think it's B 64 54. I forget what the firmware is, but
So
it's
I could
it's
come out of a split S or power dive, and it'll level me off as I'm transitioning out of it.
if you
Yes,
fail safe. If you fail
if
safe,
you
you
fail
lose
safe.
controlling. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay,
if you
that's
fail
good.
safe, flying over water and it fail safes, it can hover. Now, listen, it drifts, but it'll
Hmm.
stay in the air.
That's acceptable. That's
Yeah.
acceptable without GPS. A drone will drift. In
Yeah.
fact, I've always practiced. I teach people throttle control because to
Yeah.
me, one of the hardest things to do with a drone, with an FPV drone, is hover
Yeah, you're exactly right.
without
And in
GPS.
the video that you showed of mine where we were going through that building, then one of the reasons that we kept going back to that building all the time, or if I fly, I like to fly inside parking garages, like in corporate parks on a Sunday when there's hopefully no one there, no cars there. It teaches you throttle control. It forces you to learn throttle control. Because if you're in a parking garage where there's, lights and girders, 6 feet
Hmm.
above you and concrete below you, and just trying to do nice steady laps going up and down the parking garage and staying nice and level without the
Right.
bottom up and down,
Yeah.
it teaches you.
That's why I learned a little bit about Expo.
Yeah,
Expo can be your friend.
it can
For those
absolutely
guys
be.
that have that senior citizen thumb, I call it. you know, I'm 61, bro. I still play Xbox.
Yeah, I hear you. All
It's the only
good.
way to keep the fingers in shape. I
All
poke
good.
someone and they go ow because it really hurts.
Yeah. Do you guys fly in the
But
winter? I'm not.
huh?
You guys fly in the winter? Are you looking forward to or not looking forward to the colder weather?
Well, since
Oh, it's
I don't
okay.
mind. I don't mind. We fly all year round.
Yeah, that's true.
We definitely in New York you can fly all year round because you never know if you got snow or what. And if it snows today, it'll probably melt in a day or two. You
Yeah.
go out, you get those scenic shots through the snow when it's perfect, and in a day or two it looks like crap from all the slush and mud.
Yeah. Just got to keep your batteries warm, and you're good to
Oh
go.
yeah. Throw hand warmers in the bag.
That's exactly
Yes,
right.
yes, definitely. And now that I have a muff for my controller that's fleece lined, I put my radio inside. I'm good now.
That's awesome. That is
you
awesome.
know but I want to let you know, listen, if you know anyone else that wants to come on FPV Corner,
Oh, I got tons of
forward
yeah.
my name, your buddy that you fly with, have him come on.
I will.
It's,
I'll tell
you
the
know
group. We're going to see them all this week. I'll definitely shoot you guys. I appreciate you letting me chat with you. And
no, it's
you know,
not a problem. I don't, like I said, I don't think we can get you a hundred
there.
new subscribers or whatever,
I don't even
but
care about
I
that. I just
posted.
like talking about this stuff, right? And if you guys want to hold sessions on specific things, by all means, think of me, keep me in your thoughts.
Well, now I know if I have any questions related to KISS and transitioning over, I may have a frame or two a
Yeah, hit me
motor
up.
that needs some new innards, if you know
Yep,
what I mean.
you got it. Hit me up.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate you
Guys,
coming on.
enjoy. Have a great
All right,
evening.
you guys
Thanks
make
for
sure
coming
you
on,
go
man.
to his YouTube channel and Instagram and hit
Yes,
up Corkscrew FPV.
yes. There's a link in the description below, guys, for Corkscrew
Yes,
FPV. Check it out. His Instagram and his YouTube channel. So
yes,
you
yes,
guys go and
yes.
make sure you guys check him out.
And I was posting it in the chat randomly as well. We
Thanks, guys.
appreciate you, man. You enjoy the rest of your evening, all right?
You do the same. Take care.
Thanks, man.
All right, take it easy, man.
Okay.
That was
That was
cool.
good. That was good. See, I
And
miss
he's in
having
Jersey.
that's close by, very close by. I mean,
I don't know
unfortunately,
what part of Jersey he's in,
only times we're in Jersey is either messing with cell towers
but
or
it depends on what part of Jersey he's in.
true, true. That's true.
I forgot to ask him. Oh well, what we have there? We had FPV Corner. Wow, that's becoming a thing now.
What's that?
FPV Corner.
You
I mean,
know,
there's a lot of guys that's flying. So
yeah, there are a lot of guys flying FPV. The problem is
mhm.
they're scared.
Oh,
Don't be scared. No to subs. Don't be scared to fly. It's the same thing as your camera drone. Listen,
you know,
I
well,
understand here in New York people are scared, but they
well,
have their
New York made
reasons.
it a situation where guys just deterred from flying because
Yeah,
they
they don't
don't.
want to go
It's
through the hassle.
kind of
I get it.
nonsense.
I get it. But
Look,
like I said earlier, if you no, on Facebook, one of my posts, if you fly legally, they leave you alone.
well, here's how I look at it.
You use Lance, and you
Right,
fly.
and you fly on all of the outer boroughs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Outside of
yeah.
the
Outside
main
of
business district.
Manhattan,
Right.
we don't even fly in Manhattan without a permit. Okay, so if we don't do it, we don't say you guys should either, and that's that. Yeah, that good FPV corner, and I'm gonna try and hit up some more FPV groups. It's a lot harder with people who are over in Thailand and Philippines. The time difference is like
Mhm.
crazy, but I want to try and get some people from overseas as well.
Okay. You know what, Lawrence? I
And
wanted
I
to move.
understand. Go for it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it. Say it. Say
No,
it. Say it.
go
Say
for
it.
it. Go for it.
Say
Go
what you was
for it.
going to say.
I'm gonna drink some water, man.
Okay. No, I wanted to. I was going to move into talking about some some stuff here that's happening because you know Amazon has got all of these prime deals and stuff like that, and I'm telling you guys, you got to get over there and check out whatever is happening on Amazon Prime because it seems
Hmm.
like that's where all of the drones are at. If you're going to get anything, it's Amazon Prime, at least right now. And there's a few other companies out that are actually American based businesses that have DJI products. So, but like I said, right now on Amazon Prime, you have the Sky Rover
Yes,
on
you do.
Amazon,
It's right
Fly More
here.
Combo on Amazon Prime.
Yes,
So,
and right here. Go ahead, Herman.
so if you guys
I just put it
are
up for
looking to get into a drone,
you. Mm-hmm.
you got this right here on Amazon Prime.
Seven
Now,
hundred $18.
can't beat that.
Regularly $898. The Fly More combo. Then they have the X1. I don't know. Okay, this difference, the Fly More
Mhm.
combo. The X1 is one battery. That's 700
Just the original. Just the original. That's the
just the
X1 for the
original,
drone.
and it costs more. So they only have a deal on the Fly More combo.
Right.
That's what's going on here.
So here's what I
Okay.
would tell you. You got 96 minutes of flight time.
Yes.
Don't fool yourself. This is a good drone.
Yeah.
4K 60,
Mm-hmm.
48 megapixel stills, 3 axis gimbal in a 249-gram body. You got to get it. Check it out. Check it out, guys. I mean, seriously, it's DJI like.
Well,
It's what
I won't repeat what Jim Stroning said in fear that it may happen, but it goes, that's the DJI incognito. So I put shh before they ban it too.
listen, listen, listen. You know what I wanted to mention real quick.
Yeah, what's
Because
that?
no, because I know of a company, right,
Hmm.
that's pushing a drone that they might be able to swing a licensing deal with DJI and put it into some of their how can I say it? Because the drones that they make
Yeah.
are what's that, 3D printed,
Yes.
and they're American, they're an American company. I don't know where they get their guts for the drone from and all of their cameras and stuff from, but Quad Air is Quad Air
Yes.
drone is an
American-made company.
American company, and
Yes.
they make consumer drones. They just don't make good drones.
Right
And
now,
maybe they can get some of that government money to make good drones.
this is true. This is right now their main drone that their main consumer drone that they're pushing has a fixed camera, which
Yes,
means they use software to stabilize the
yeah,
footage. Now,
hmm
keep in mind, Parrot started out like that.
hmm
Parrot had the best stabilization at one time, if
hmm
you remember, right?
if you say so.
That first drone that they bragged about their stabilization and the fact it was a fixed camera. I almost brought one of them suckers till I found out they were made of styrofoam.
I told you I first saw them.
Yeah, in a phone store.
Then they would sell them in the Sprint store.
I remember seeing those drones and I was like, yo, that's so bad. You buy a freaking phone, they'll give you a drone?
You can get a phone and a drone.
Yep, yep, yep. The Parrot was the joint back then, too.
Was it?
Back then it was. I mean, DJ out there had about three or four companies, you remember. It was DJI, Parrot,
DJI
um,
was out there
3DR
because
Solo.
most people just couldn't afford it.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. And now look at them. They can barely afford them now. Funny how history repeats itself, huh?
Well, now, no, they became affordable for everyone now.
True,
They got a
true.
drone from 200 and something dollars all the way up to a couple thousand, few
Up to you
thousand.
can go as high as 20,000. You know that. Well, then
But
we're going prosumer. We're going
yeah,
prosumer
but
now.
what I'm saying is that DJI has covered the spectrum. When we first got into flying, the entry level was 1,500.
Yeah, that's true.
Get down, or get out of here.
Yeah, that is true, bro. You know, I think
Now,
next week we're going to have Marcel off access on FPV Corner because I had asked him to come back on a couple of weeks, and a couple of weeks ago he had to work, and then last week we didn't have anyone on, and this week he said he could do it, but he's on call, and that's the problem. So like I said, sometimes a lot of people work, some people are on their way home from work.
mhm.
It will make it work. Damian Richardson sent me a friend request. Okay, he flies
Wait,
FPV.
well, you know what, Lawrence?
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of things happening in the drone world. And one of the
But
things that's happening is MDR Technologies is looking to create 500 plus jobs.
and with that, 500 plus jobs. This is it right here. Let's show you what they're talking about.
Just show it.
Of jobs, a drone manufacturing facility is coming to Lafayette. Officials with DMR Technologies says this building in the 100 block of Dorset Avenue will be its first full-scale operation in the nation. And with their arrival, hundreds of new jobs are expected here in Lafayette.
We are cutting across a number of LIDA's target industry sectors. One of them, manufacturing, the other, aviation, and of course, logistics. And so this company really cuts across multiple target industries of ours. And so we're super excited about the over 500 jobs over time that DMR Technologies will be bringing to Lafayette.
DMR expects to begin manufacturing by the end of this year. Well, speaking.
Okay.
Well, DMR Technologies has announced their plans, right, as you saw in the video there from the news report, to build its first full-scale U.S. manufacturing facility in Lafayette, Louisiana. They plan to create 521 jobs over the next decade, which is not that many jobs, but you know, you're talking about a lot of automated systems and stuff like that. That
Right.
not many jobs are necessary, but these jobs will have an average salary of $85,000 annual. Um,
That's
to
not too bad.
produce agricultural drones. Now, this is for the American market. This comes more, you know, this move, as you know, comes as U.S. manufacturers.
Yes, yes. And I
Of
posted their
course,
site in the chat.
U.S. manufacturers are facing the pressure to prove that they can compete with the Chinese imports, while trying to meet the growing demands, believe it or not, of the NDAAs. Um,
Go ahead. I was
you
showing
know,
the drone while you.
the NDAs. You know, they actually basically want to improve the domestic productivity and the production of drones. So
Yeah,
this Ranger X50 that they produce, um, believe it or not, this happens to be a 13.2 gallon, has a 13.2 gallon tank. And they're looking to start, I guess, or push the production on these to about for 5 to 1,000 by the end of the year, of this year.
I think
So,
that's a good deal.
like I said, this is not something that we fly, but it's in the industry. And like I said, maybe companies like, you know, your good old Quad Air can get on board, and get
Well, I
some of that
think it's a
government
good
money
idea because it will
and
be.
produce drones.
I think
Mhm.
it'll be great that, for one, it's an American company. Remember a few months back, we were crying we need American companies to start producing? Well, apparently, they've been
Mhm.
laying in a cut waiting for this opportunity to happen with
Well,
DJI
they've
because
actually
all
have
companies
they've
are
actually
coming up.
been there. They've
Well, yeah,
actually
yeah,
been there. It's just now that they have the incentive to build. There's
right,
just
right,
no
right.
one.
With
There's just
funding.
no one other than the few that are out there. But they're taking advantage of government deals.
Yes, yes, yes.
Quad Air happens to be one of the few, like I said, American companies that are producing consumer drones. They just need to produce better consumer drones.
Is it really, Brad Elston asks, is it really an American company? Well, let's see. I just happen to have their website here up, and it claims that they are an
Mhm.
American born and bred company. Let's
Mhm.
go back here and see. Let's try and find contact. Well, where to buy industry? Let's see. We can find anything here. Down on easy to carry. It folds
Mhm.
up like the Agris too, if you
Well, you
see.
just got to go to where they actually
Let's
where
go
they
to
where they.
contact. Let's see. We can contact them, contact us, support. Oh, of course, they want you to put in your last name, phone number, and all of that crap. Headquarters, here we go. The Woodlands, Texas, 21 Waterway. This is their address. They have an email, Connect DMRs. Yes,
Okay.
they are an American, and they have two headquarters, one in Woodland, Texas, and one in Detroit, Michigan.
So yes, they're an American
Yes,
company.
they are an American-made company. So with that confirmed, that helps out a lot. So it would make sense to for these companies to jump on this idea that our government is giving a stipend to drone companies, manufacturers of parts like flight controllers, motors, propellers. This is
Hmm.
your time to shine.
See, so we've already done stories on propellers, flight
Mm-hmm.
controllers,
Yep.
now
America.
agricultural drones being made here in America. When we get to when we get to talking about consumer drones, I will bring it to you.
I thought I was the only one that said America sometimes. And Brad Alston put America in the chat. um, yeah, we were crying. Oh, they're killing DJI. We won't have anything to replace. Well, they're thinking along the agricultural end of this, and I think it's very smart because we have a lot of farmers out here using DJI drones that won't be able to use those agri drones.
After a while,
Yeah, after a while. It's to scoop those who didn't want to go to Florida and knowingly build for military. Well, your Sky Rover X1 American drone. Well,
is it?
No, Sky Rover's not. Jim's droning got jokes. I don't know. No, Sky Rover's not an American company. Nice try, Jim.
Who
Wait,
produces Sky Rover?
who produces Sky Rover? We could find out that little fun fact. Let's see. Who, in fact, who
Other
makes
than the
Sky
fact that it's a
Rover
license deal.
drone? Okay, here it is. Sky Rover X1. Wait, let me show you so y'all don't say I'm making this shit up. you know, I put in the question, who makes Sky Rover? It says Sky Rover makes the X1 drone, which is manufactured by DJI in Malaysia. As an original design manufacturer, the Sky Rover is sold exclusively on Amazon in the US under the Sky Rover brand, but it shares most of its specifications and even its software with the DJI Mini 4 Pro.
That's the problem with AI.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
That is, it
can't
is.
lie. Because
They will tell you, especially with DJI, anything with DJI in it, trust me, you're going to hear about it. So we know Sky Rover is not,
so
we know it's not
who
American.
owns it?
We, we know who owns it, DJI. They're subsidiary.
Is it?
They're a subsidiary. They're the company that's making them, Sky
That's
Rover.
funny. You
That's
got
funny
jokes.
though, right?
No, I'm just saying because I thought that was a little crazy.
Jim Droney says he's painting his Mini 4 yellow now and selling it to an American.
Here
We
we
definitely
go.
need more American drone companies, but it does come with a higher cost. I'm ready. We have to be ready.
No,
If you
because you
want,
got this one right here, right, for like $100. The
yeah,
quad
yeah,
air.
right. You can either fly that one for $100 with very little to no GPS
American made.
and
American made, right?
American made, but that'll be one of the
720p.
companies that the United States has money funded for. So they
720p.
think about it.
You
When
got
Parrot
2 mile
started out,
range.
but Herman, right? I mentioned before when Parrot
Stand
started
on
out,
1 foot.
they had a fixed lens. So does this company.
Who?
When Parrot started out, they had a fixed lens. So does this company.
Hold on a
They'll be
second.
able to afford a gimbal with some of
Hold
that
on.
government funding.
Hold on. Hold on. And see, you see, Parrot, right, couldn't make a
Yeah,
drone until they cost $6,000.
true.
Now, if you had told me, well, DJI when they first came out, they had a fixed lens camera, I'd have been like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you gonna use Parrot? Parrot.
Listen. Yeah, remember now.
Okay.
Look at them.
The Anafi Parrot.
Yes, the Anafi Barrett.
The
Yes.
$6,000 Anafi. The one that
Oh,
went
yeah.
from
Now their drones cost 6,000, and it has a real working gimbal
the
and
shit you can buy.
infrared and thermal.
The shit you can buy when you rob people.
Yeah, of course. And when you knock down other companies, that's how it goes.
No, no.
Cheap
I
is
mean,
not American made. It's a Chinese knockoff. Yes,
what
yes, it is.
happened?
I think they're just getting. I know there's a delay on the stream, so it yes, the Sky Rover is a Chinese knockoff.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody
It's in
said it.
Malaysia.
Nobody,
It's still in that
nobody's
hemisphere.
denying that. I said
Hmm.
that several streams ago. After the stream we had with Vic Moss, I had gotten some information on that proved it 100%.
Yes, yes, yes. So and it also proves that Anzu Robotics is also
Mm-hmm.
produced in Malaysia, probably
There's
the
a
same
DJI
factory
drone.
as Sky Rover. They just
What
changed the
happened?
paint on them. Change
No, it's
out
a
the green, put
DJI
in the
drone.
yellow. Change out the yellow, put in the green. You know?
They're both DJI drones.
Yes, yes. And
Just that
it's
one
well
is
known.
being controlled by Aloft software.
Yes, and here in American servers. So now what are they going to do about those drones? Like Anzu Robotics, Herman? What
I'll
do you
leave them
think?
alone. They're fine.
Right. You know why? Because they're aligned with American servers, etc.
So was DJI's drones, but they went through
Yeah, I
that
know.
that test already. That they're cool. They're all right. Listen, let's just let everything stay the way it is. We're gonna see a lot of these drones coming along that on these licensing deals with DJI, and me just shut your mouth and fly the shit that comes out. Stop it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Fly what the hell you got and stop complaining. The sky is not
You know,
falling yet.
the stuff will be out. You'll see more of those things coming out. I'm
Hmm.
just hoping that it starts
And
to
more
trickle down to
options.
the enterprise, enterprise world.
Well, we passed our 6:30 sponsor
Oh,
thing a long
okay.
time
So
ago.
let's get that sponsor and go into the next story. Jonah there. For you guys out there who are Part 107 looking to scale your operations, looking for a place to book appointments and meet new clients, well, Jonah Dare is for you. Check it out. This is where you can leave all your work to someone else. Jonah Dare will handle it. All you got to get out there and do is fly the drone and get the work done. If that's what you're looking for and tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot, then Jonah Dare is for you. Check it out. There's a link in the description, guys. Jonah Dare. It's for you. Lawrence, you still there?
Yes, I was typing in the chat. Brad Alston was saying he hopes so. I said, we'll have some productive drone companies in the next few years, which is actually good. He was saying, I hope so.
You know what, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Before we go any further, I just wanted to mention this one too. For 10% off on all Nanook products, use Phantom Flight 10 for 10% off on all your Nanook products. If you're looking to take care of your precious items from your drones, gimbals, what else? Cameras, watches, jewelry, firearms,
Yep.
even your pool cue. Check it out. There's a link
Yes.
in the description. Nanook.
Yep.
It's for
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, what else is next?
What
Oh,
else?
we got coming up right next is Mr. Old Can't Get Right.
So old can't get right.
Yeah, can't get right. Good old can't get right. Amazon has grounded their delivery fleet after drones versus crane collision.
Yes. Yes.
Amazon Prime Air has halted their unmanned delivery operations after two of their Mark 30 drones ran into the boom of a crane in Tulsa, Arizona. Um, no injuries were reported. The crash happened on was it early October 1st, Lawrence?
Uh-huh.
Um, leaving both aircrafts destroyed. Um, the police in Tulsa quickly, they basically, what they call it, surrounded the site,
Right,
and
secure the area.
they secured the area, and they basically and started an investigation on this.
I have a
Um,
news clip
and
if you want to see it.
both the FAA and the NTSB stepped in to do their part. Now you have a news clip. Let's run the news clip
I
on what.
actually have a news clip if you guys want to see what
Run the
happened.
track. Run the track.
Grounding its delivery drones in Tolleson after two of them collided with a crane and came crashing down.
That's kind of crazy to have happen right in front of me.
Gabriel Dahlberg says he watched it happen.
I just happened to be one of the guys that was looking right at it at the right time.
He's a diesel mechanic and was working in the next lot over from the crash site near Roosevelt and 97th Avenue, parking a truck when he saw a drone flying in his direction around 10 a.m. Wednesday. He also noticed a crane lowering what he believes was an AC unit onto a building.
The cable lowering the AC unit down was apparently in the pathway of this drone, and so I just seen it come and clip the side of the cable, which caused it to go down, and it didn't like move off course or do anything.
His colleague recording the aftermath.
It came down hard, it's probably 50 feet in the sky, and then smoke went up right away.
911 calls started coming in, prompting Tolleson police and multiple fire departments to respond.
This is the first of its kind that we had to respond to.
Sergeant Eric Mendez says their preliminary investigation shows that two Amazon drones were flying back to back heading northeast, and both crashed into the crane, landing around 100 to 200 feet apart. He says one person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene.
Battery.
And with that, this is
Now,
something because
I got one question.
yes. How was it two drones?
Did the people get their lotion?
Well, apparently the first drone crashed and they sent out another. Apparently not. Because they immediately, actually, what was supposed to happen after that first drone had crashed, all drones are supposed to hit, and this is what I read, are supposed to hit some alert mode and stop where they are until they assess which drone it was that went down. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm going to tell you something afterwards.
Which drone went down and then commence to either finish the delivery or return back to the store. That's supposed to be common protocol. Whether that happened or not, I don't know. But they say the second drone did the same exact thing because the crane was not moving. The crane, like the guy said, was lowering the unit, and the same drone, the second drone took off and took the same flight path. Now, my only question is, those drones can see each other. They can see our drones, but how come it couldn't see a crane cable?
Now, hold on a second. Now, see, this goes back into them questioning their systems again, because this happened before because of some water, right? And now they're questioning their systems now again, and the safety in how these things actually run.
You see what Tom put? I guess their direct and avoid system needs to be tweaked. Can you say part 108?
Now, hold on a second, Tom, because my Phantom 4 Pro, I have footage of it, with the obstacle avoidance directing itself around a crane boom over on Kent.
Yeah,
remember that over by the building, but where they had the what was that? The lumber yard and the other place there. Okay, so the DJI drones could do it. Amazon drones can do it too.
Yeah, and even more so now with the Mini 5 with Lidar. They claim it can detect a line or something as thin as 1 centimeter. Forward obstacle, of course. But now This obviously, because it happened over it was 50 feet high.
Yeah.
Obviously, both drones had just left the delivery center, or wherever the Amazon center, or wherever they were leaving from, the Amazon port, the vertiport, whatever you want to call it. Like I
So do
said,
these
Mike.
people get reimbursed for their stuff, or like?
Oh shit! Let Tom goes. But your Phantom was manufactured by DJI. What a shame. It's true. True. That is so true.
No,
You,
but this is Amazon's newest drone. This is their new
this is
design,
their
right?
latest. Yes, this is their new
Yeah.
joint.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you watch the Amazon commercial of this thing delivering the drone,
Mm-hmm.
it comes down like this, and then it's already slanted, so it looks like it poops out your box. But it looks like it poops out your box. But then when the box hits the ground, because of the props, the box got blown under the bush. So now you got a delivery message saying your package was delivered, and you don't see it in your yard. You know why? Because it got blown under the bush. It's on the commercial. I thought it was so hilarious. Actually that video showed it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find that part.
Well,
Hold
you
on.
know what, Lawrence?
Here it is. Here it is. You got to see this. You got to see this. This is their Amazon drone delivery system. Okay, and I notice things like this.
Stevie.
I don't know, but I do. Here it is coming down.
Free service in the West
Now
Valley
look,
earlier
under the
this
bush.
year,
Boom,
serving
right
customers
there.
within
Play it again. I'm gonna
in the
stop
West
it.
Valley earlier this
Stop. There it is, under the bush.
year,
So
serving customers within 7
I'm not spoofing them or anything. I'm just saying, if their obstacle avoidance needs some tweaking, the drop system might also.
They blow it under the bush so nobody don't
So no one could
nobody can
steal it,
see it.
right?
Yeah.
Hey Stevie, what's up, man?
It's a extra courtesy to the customer.
Oh shit, to hide the packet, drop and hide it, right? So did that drone just poop the package? Yes, that's what I was saying. It looks like it's already leaning over like this. Okay. It's already leaning forward like it's ready to poop. And then when it comes down, the box comes out the butt and the props blow it away. So someone goes walking by your yard, they don't see a box laying in the middle of the yard. Now you got to come out and find your shit.
That's what it
If you
does.
don't have a fence, it might be on the neighbor's lawn.
See it now, you calling up Amazon on the phone like, yo, my package ain't here. I ain't getting no package.
Right.
Where's my package?
Right. So I just want to see how they make that work. So
Well,
hey.
I
Yes.
don't
Hey
know.
Gary, what's up, man? How you doing?
Gary, what's going on?
Hey Gary.
I see
My
Stevie
rum,
in the house
my
too.
supply of rum, Gary, is real dry.
Well, here we go.
Really, really dry, Gary.
You know what, Lawrence?
What's
I
that?
wanted to tell you about
Oh,
the Hingham Police Department. Yeah, their drone helped catch a teen suspect
oh,
in
really?
Yeah, he was suspected in 60 car break-ins. It's a spree. But anyhow,
Okay.
the police drone, like I said, helped the Hingham, Massachusetts officers track down and arrest a 17-year-old suspect who was allegedly who was allegedly broken into approximately 60 unlocked automobiles.
And just really quick, while you're doing that, I just wanted to show it's another DJI drone. Oh my!
Oh,
Go ahead.
really? Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Well, what? Well, let me break this down to you. Well, the police responded to I personally find that this is a little bit funny. So if I start laughing while I'm reading this to you, it's just because it seems very like this place in Massachusetts is very cliche. Um, the police responded to the Liberty Pole neighborhood at, at 12:48 a.m. October 3rd, 2025,
Right.
after a resident of the Pilgrim Road.
You still there? Oh, you kind of.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just laughing at
Oh,
these names: Liberty Pole neighborhood and Pilgrim Road.
yeah.
They well, basically they called the police saying that there was two males that were broken into cars in their
Right.
driveways. So officers quickly responded to the area and established a perimeter and launched their drone, where they were able to track and follow two teens, and they made an arrest of a 17-year-old from
Right.
from from Holbrook. I don't know if that's I guess that's in Massachusetts as well, right?
I'm assuming so.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's in Long Island, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened with their drone. Now we've done a story about this before. Basically, it was in Michigan where something like this had taken place, and believe it or not, you don't see a lot of people will say that well, they should have locked their car doors. And this is real funny about breaking and entering. In America, I don't know how many other states may contradict it, but I've seen this before. Whether your door is locked or not, if I open it, it's breaking and entering.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to
Yeah.
you? Now, if it's open, then you've allowed everyone to walk in.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But if it's closed, the door is shut, and whether it's locked or not, and anyone opens it, that's breaking and entering. That's whether your
Yeah.
car, your home, whatever.
Fun per volt says locked doors equal broken glass.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe,
very
yeah,
true. Very, very
but
true.
regardless, whether the door is unlocked, you open the door and go in and help yourself to stuff. It's still breaking and entering, no matter what.
True. True. That is true. But
And these guys got busted. Sorry,
well, the fact that they were using a DJI drone, I'm not surprised at.
of
Um,
course they use them out here too.
hmm,
They use them out here too.
I know.
Skydio is for the press conference.
especially especially the precincts that are launching these drones on the well, no, because in Manhattan they're actually supposedly using Skydio drones in Manhattan. I don't know about the outer boroughs. I do know out here in
Don't you
Queens, I
believe
see
it?
all the police with DJI 30s, M30s.
Don't you believe it?
I know. When the television cameras are there, it's Skydio, and then when it's an actual mission, I'm not flying that shit. They take off with DJI.
I saw the DJI drone take off from the precinct.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah,
don't.
I believe it. I definitely believe that. But listen, it's almost that time.
Is it?
Got the charger battery somehow was the last thing. I have 6 batteries, and I might order more. Get used to the 6 batteries you have. They'll go pretty
Well, if
fast.
you got more, get more.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see how the fall foliage hunt goes. Might stop at 10 batteries. That sounds
The
about right.
full
But
foliage hunt.
now that you have an FPV bird and all those batteries, you need a backup.
The
Just
fall
food for
foliage
thought.
hunt.
But 6 batteries, believe it or not, would be more than enough,
Camera drone or
depending on what
FPV.
depending on what kind of flying you're doing.
FPV or camera drone? Oh,
FPV,
FPV battery.
FPV batteries, yeah.
Yeah, see that go
They
fast,
do
Lawrence.
go fast. If you're using 6S and you're carrying a GoPro, if you're not carrying a GoPro, you can get about 6 minutes, 5 minutes if you're lucky. Yeah, see? And that's cruising. If you try to do freestyle and shit like that, that cuts down to about 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But Brad, thanks for coming in, man. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you,
You have
Brad.
a great evening as well.
Hold on,
It's
hold
that
on, hold
time,
on, hold
Herman.
on. Brad is in here. Oh, wait a
Yeah, he
minute.
was in here.
I know he was in here, but I didn't realize how. Hold on.
Yeah, no GoPro. That's about 5-6 minutes on a on a
There we
day
go.
with perfect weather, not too hot. You could probably squeeze about 5.5, 6 minutes on a 6S. Depending on what you
There you
get,
go.
try to go with like honestly, try to go with like a 1500 or higher on your 6S if you want to get a little more time. It's that time of the night, bro.
Oh, yeah. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Be safe, fly safer, try to be a better person tomorrow than you were today.
Guys, if you can take advantage of that Amazon Prime deal, if there's something that you need, something that you want, check it
Mhm.
out. Help yourself. But I will tell you guys this. Take care of the drones that you have. If you can afford to, and you can afford to upgrade, and you can get it, and you can get more product, you can get more drones, then you will have drones flying for the next few years or so.
Yeah.
And I'm really believing that you'll see more of those licensing deals start popping up.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just see what happens from there. Unless we'll take it one day at a time, ride it out, and as more things pop up, as you know, we talk about everything in the drone world, not just the drones that you fly, but maybe the drones you may be flying in someday. So if there's anything out there, I will, and Lawrence here, we will be talking about it.
When we find out
So
about it.
with that being said, and we'll see you next time with those guys. Good night, everyone.
I love those guys.
Well, we love you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.